Hey everyone, Jeff here from House of Heresy, and just wanted to do a quick recap video of how the cracking open the sealed case of Double Masters 2022 Collector Edition booster boxes went. Just pulled out the kind of the highlights of each of the particular areas in pack order there. So starting with the pack foils all the way through the borderless foils, and then I have the mythics separately. So we'll start with the pack foils. Not a ton of, I mean, still pretty good, but not like a ton considering how many packs we opened there throughout the entire case. But you know, the highlights being Phyrexian Altar, of course, Panharmonicon, Green Sun Zenith, Sensei's Divining Top, Smothering Tithe, City of Brass, and Teferi's Protection. So all in all, pretty good mixture. A lot of the really good cards sprinkled in throughout there. And then keep in mind the mythics are in a different pile, so we'll get to those in a moment. Alright, and then for the, we'll go in order of the pack. So next would be the Borderless Non-Foil. So we had a Force of Negation, City of Brass, Panharmonicon, Sensei's Divining Top, Vidalcan Orrery, Oracle of Maldai, Teferi's Protection, and Smothering Tithe. So again, pretty good selection there. You know, not too bad for the rares there. Going up to the Foil Etched. This is probably the smallest pile, but again, pretty decent, you know. Phyrexian Altar is really good, Aether Vial, Oracle of Maldai, Vidalcan Orrery, and City of Brass. So not too bad for that slot. And as I've said in the videos, like these two I consider to be kind of freebies because there's no guarantee that you'll get a good card in there. In fact, it's less likely you'll get a good card in those slots than any other slot in any of the packs because there's just so many not great rares and mythics in this set, and to counterbalance the amount of really good ones there are. So next up, we got the last of the rares. This is the borderless foil. So we got Force of Negation, Sensei's Divining Top, City of Brass, Smothering Tithe, Damnation. Sorry, I should have probably put these together. We actually wound up with 3 foil Borderless City of Brasses, and a Teferi's Protection, and 2 foil Borderless Damnations. So, pretty good pile overall. Nothing too wild and crazy, but I mean, that's still really good value there. And then we get to the Mythics, which I believe there were 24 total in the case. So, not too bad. And keep in mind, this is not the total number of all the rares from these slots. These are just the best that I pulled out, in my opinion. You know, mileage may vary person to person. Within the mythic pack foil slot, obviously Imperial Seal is probably about the best you can do. But we also got a Dockside, which is really good, and a Food Chain, so not too shabby, followed up by Animar Soul of Elements. So all in all, like 3 of the 4 of those foil or of those mythics were really solid. In the non-foil borderless, we had a Liliana. We had 2 Mana Vaults, pretty nice. Cavern of Souls, Crucible of Worlds, Dragonlord Jamoka, and Allosaurus Shepherd. So again, like really good. Like none of those are really bad mythics. Can't complain about that, and I apologize for the glare. I did end up sleeving all these, double sleeving them in fact. And then for the foil etched in the mythic slot, we had Liliana, Allosaurus Shepherd, Nicol Bolas, As Foretold, and Mythics. So yeah, this slot again, like when you're looking at this and the pack rares, the pack foil rare slot, there's a lot of chances to miss, and in this case, I would say we didn't hit as much as we missed with that, but still not bad. I am a believer that the etched foil or foil etched, whichever way it goes, is probably going to come on pretty strong as we get further and further away from release and the product dwindles, just because it's so exclusive to the collector booster packs. That's the only place you can get those. So, and then we get into the borderless foil. So we had a Mana Vault, Cavern of Souls, Crucible of Worlds, Allosaurus Shepherd, Concordant Crossroads, Muldrotha, and Alanda the Dusk Rose. So the last 2 not as good, but the rest of these are pretty solid. I mean, that's decent pretty darn decent pulls there. And then that brings us to the last, the crown jewel of the case there. We did get one foil, or textured foil, Mr. Ulamog himself. As pretty as you can be for an Eldrazi. And yeah, not too bad. All in all, I'm very pleased. I have no complaints, really. I mean, would it have been nice to get, like a borderless Imperial Seal, borderless Dockside, borderless Consecrated Sphinx, some of the stuff that I haven't pulled yet. Yeah, sure, it would have. But overall, I really didn't have a lot of duplication both within the case and then outside of it. Outside of like maybe City of Brass, for whatever reason, the borderless foil City of Brasses are drawn to me. I have quite a few now, which is not a bad thing. I mean, if I'm going to draw 4 or 5 of a card, I'd rather it be that than say, I don't even know, like a Muldrotha or something. So, all in all, awesome. I hope you enjoyed that series. If we'll see, I haven't decided. I might try to get another case. The prices spiked a bit post-release, and the inventory is pretty low from what I've seen. So we'll see if that picks back up. That might come back down. Right now, there's a disparity between the price of a single box and the price per box in a sealed case by almost $20. So right now, basically, it's like $17 cheaper to buy 8 single boxes, $17 per box to buy 8 single boxes than it would be to buy the case itself. With the downside being that you're less likely to get a textured foil if you don't get the sealed case, because it seems like they're pretty consistent with a minimum of 1 per case there, from what I've seen, from what other people have said on as far as the content creators go. So we'll see. As it is, plenty more content coming out. This is by no means the last. Now that Double Masters is kind of over with, might start getting into some more of the Horus Heresy content. But until next time, hope you all enjoyed this. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, by all means, post. If you liked what you saw, give us a like. And if you want to see more of what's coming, please subscribe. And there'll be plenty more coming down the road here. So hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.